Lee Major's house when he was doing the Fall Guy series. After Farrah divorced him, went back to California, poor Lee Major had a darndest time trying to sell that house. No one wanted to buy a house without that faucet in it. Thank you for not throwing anything out. I appreciate that. Category 5 hurricane. That means 160-mile-an-hour winds for 24 plus hours. It's all concrete, including the roof is 5 inches poured concrete. Across the canal from that, the beautiful Mediterranean revival-style house, John Herma bought that house and the empty lot next door. He's going to build his house on the empty lot, keep that as a guest home only. Guest home only. John Herma owns Kohl's department store. Yeah, he owns Kohl's department store. Everyone's heard of Waste Management, haven't you? Okay. The owners of Waste Management live right there in that house coming up on the right side. With the dolphins jumping in the backyard. That's Wayne Huizing, his sister and brother-in-law, Whit Hudson. And across the canal from them is Wayne Huizing, his nephew. They are owners of Waste Management. Wayne Huizing is still on the board. As a matter of fact, her boat, name of her boat, called Business Stinks. They're also the world's largest recycler, by the way. Any recyclable goods. As a matter of fact, they've expanded there in New Zealand and Australia now, as well as west coast of China. Wayne Huizing is a businessman, started a business in Fort Lauderdale, actually started in New Jersey too. He bought a garbage truck, got a $5,000 loan, bought one garbage truck, drove it himself, turned it into a $2.2+ billion enterprise. Used to own Blockbuster Video, sold it to Viacom. Used to own the Dolphins, still has 5% of the Dolphins, but that's it. Yeah, by the way, we're known as a friendly press, so you see people wave back, they love it. It's also exercise for them. A lot of people are retired here, that's the only exercise they get is waving at us. Wayne Huizing also owns Alamo Rent-A-Car, Dollar Value, Snappy, National Rent-A-Car, AutoNation USA, that has got over 400 dealerships around the country. Yeah, he's got in the cars and he's also in the cleaning gear. The house on the right side right now was his first house here. He's selling it. It takes up 2/3 of the whole street, and you can have it for a mere $9.9 million. It's not a bad deal. By the way, I was a neighbor of Wayne's when he lived in that house at Casa de Florio. I had the house immediately to the left of it. Not the pink one, mine was the little white house with the blue trim. It was great. See how tall the door is? I got sick and tired of bumping my head. I liked it. This house on the left side is a fourth house that's been here in the last 11 years. Fourth house that's been here in the last 11 years. The first 3 they tore down because they were the wrong size, wrong. Built for the owners of Taco Bell many years ago. Someone do the math for me. I can't figure this out. How many tacos do they have to sell in order to buy that house and build it? Now look at the alligators. The green one on top of the rock pile on the right side, the brown one, 36-year-old alligators. They haven't moved. Every once in a while, someone goes out there and throws their back and takes care of that aggressive adventure work. By the way, the gentleman who owns that house now, he's the CEO of a very, very large mutual company in this country. Some people say it's Templeton. We don't know yet. House on the right side, by the way, is what Michael even downsized to. The house on the left side with the green awnings used in the movie Cape Fear. Majority of that movie was filmed down here because of the beaches and the climate. Charles Candy Radio Shack, Chuck West bought it. Had to sell it because it was too small for his big boat. More about that later. You'll see his third house in just a little while. I've lived here a long time, 62 years. I picked out my 3 favorite houses. On the right is my 3rd favorite house. From the middle of that house, everything on the ground floor to the left is a gourmand kitchen. It's fantastic. I am a gourmet chef. That's what I was turned into the John Robert Tower School of Modeling. A lot of famous models came out of there. And on the weekends, when the models were all out there in that yard sunning themselves, the little jungle queen would break down right about here. I remember those days. We should do that again for us. Quite spectacular. Angie Dickinson, Hardy Longe, Wait, he Labrador named Jack, his wife is a blonde. You think yellow might be his favorite color? That is Jim Noggle. He's 5-term mayor, city of Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale's got the only vehicular tunnel in the state of Florida. You're about ready to run over a lot of cars. If you look to the left and right, you'll see cars going into and out of the tunnel. It's on Highway US 1. On a nice clear night, if you look over the side, you can see the car's headlights. The bridge tender's shack, it's on the right side of the bridge. On the other side, we're going to say hello to Mr. Johnson. If we do a good enough job, he's going to toot the horn for us, and he'll acknowledge the fact 1,500 people stayed in there for free in that multi-story building. There's no pool over there, but they still stayed in there for free. That's a $63 million Broward County, city of Fort Lauderdale, Maine jail. Seriously, so you can't figure that out why. On the right side, Las Olas Riverfront and the Suite 100 restaurant. They're only open on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Gentlemen, if you're in the market to buy a boat, look on the left side at Apex Marine. Any boat that is under that shed, only the boats under the shed are for sale for $35,000.
That's it.
Per foot. Next door to that, Broward Center for the Performing Arts. 2 separate theaters over there, upward in the neighborhood of 700 shows per year. Broadway shows play there. It's one of the top venues in the country for shows. Next door to that is the Symphony House restaurant condo. Used to be home of the oldest boatyard in South Florida. The developer saw that and also saw the proximity to the Performing Arts Center and said, no, we gotta make a condo there. That's the Symphony House. That's a public business there. Directly ahead of us is 7th Avenue Bridge, also called Confused Bridge. On 7th Avenue, you go over the bridge, you come out on 4th Avenue. Makes you wonder what happened to 5th and 6th Avenue. Your truck and your trailer there for free. Great place. It's also part of the city dock system. That's why all these boats are here. Be careful launching your boat as the tide goes out and that green slime gets up on a ramp. The tires from your truck hit that and everything slides into the water. Makes a hell of a mess. It really does.